Hey there, folks. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to dive into a fascinating topic that's been making waves in the scientific community: the Oumuamua Anomaly and its potential use of the Black Knight satellite to fire plasma towards the moon. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's just say that this is all speculative and based on current theories. We're not claiming to have definitive answers, but we're here to spark a conversation and share our thoughts on this intriguing subject. So, let's start with the Oumuamua Anomaly. This mysterious object was first discovered in 2017, and it's believed to be an interstellar object that's been traveling through our solar system. The term Oumuamua means a messenger in Hawaiian, and it's been a source of fascination for scientists ever since its discovery. Now, here's where things get interesting. Some researchers believe that the Oumuamua Anomaly might have used a tractor beam to capture the Black Knight satellite, which is in orbit around Earth. The satellite, also known as the Moon's Black Knight, has been a topic of debate for decades. Some believe it's a piece of space debris, while others think it could be an alien spacecraft. The theory is that the Oumuamua Anomaly captured the Black Knight satellite and used it to emit a powerful plasma discharge towards the moon. This could be seen as a testing of energy, plasma, as the Oumuamua Anomaly might have been trying to figure out how to use this technology for its own purposes. Now, some might be concerned that this could be a sign of an extraterrestrial invasion, but let's be clear. We're not claiming that this is a fact or that it's definitely happening. We're simply sharing our thoughts and speculations on this fascinating topic. So, there you have it, folks. A wild and intriguing theory about the Oumuamua Anomaly and the Black Knight satellite. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Do you think there's any truth to this theory? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting discussions and theories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Known as the Black Knight, this purported Stone Age satellite is located in a near-fixed polar orbit. It has been attempted to be discredited on a number of occasions, with NASA itself dismissing the object as a lost piece of space debris, yet the location of its orbit, its apparent fixed stationary position, and indeed its murky backstory, dating back as far as 1899, would disagree. The first popular mention of the satellite's existence dating back to the exploration of natural extraterrestrial repeating sources, heard by Nikola Tesla during his 1899 radio experiments, although its mysterious emissions were also reportedly heard during the observation of long-delayed echoes by amateur radio operator Jürgen Hals in Oslo in 1928. all later dismissed as pulsars. Yet in 1954, researcher Donald Keyhoe told newspapers that the United States Air Force had reportedly located it along with another satellite orbiting the moon. However, at that time, no country had the technology to launch such a satellite. In 1973, Scottish author Duncan Lunan analyzed the long-delayed radio echoes received by Hals and others and concluded that they originated from a 13,000-year-old alien probe located in an orbit around the Earth's moon. He suggested that the probe may have originated from a planet located in the solar system of the star Epsilon Boötis. Lunan would predictably later retract his publicly made conclusions, saying that he had made outright errors and that his methods had been, quote, unscientific. And in 1998, during the STS-88 mission, we would finally catch a glimpse of this elusive object, one reported as existing for over a century, yet continually denied. Now that its existence was backed up by photographic evidence, the storyline as to its origins changed. These original aforementioned reports are now discredited as never existing. And in its place, the photographs are of a thermal blanket. This explanation now allowing for the object to be classified as man-made, and indeed of human origins. The chronology of this storyline shows a mysterious unknown object, one emitting radio bursts subsequently dated as many thousands of years old, turning to actual reports of its existence and location being made via radar and other detective practices, to it thusly being photographed. Ultimately, these original reports disbanded in favor of it being a space blanket, one lost during a manned space mission. This story shares all the hallmarks of a cover-up, a blanket which somehow found its way into a fixed near-polar orbit, something which we still find difficult to achieve using rockets. Why would there be reports of ancient signals coming from this object? Why would they be dated to over 13,000 years old? Why are there initial reports of 2 satellites? Could the second be the Crystal Castle previously covered? Did this craft communicate an ancient star map, maybe a celestial precession, allowing accurate dating of the messages? Eventually, NASA would make the page which hosted the pictures inoperable, further stoking the flames of a conspiracy. Perhaps they realized they couldn't discredit the object's existence any longer. What is the Black Knight? Is it really a piece of space debris? Or perhaps something far more profound? We find its existence highly compelling.
The Black Knight satellite is this object that is actually orbiting the Earth right now. Now, when it first was discovered in more modern and more recent times in the 80s, NASA and Soviet Union went on high alert. Russia went on high alert. They were like, wait a minute. They thought we were both doing something to each other from space. But they said, wait a minute. We can't launch 15 tons. And they were like, well, we can't launch 15 tons. But what is this thing? So they flew by it with an STS mission, a space shuttle mission, and took high definition photos, which are still on nasa.gov today. NASA labeled it space junk. So nobody wants to touch this thing. They don't want to say what it is, but it's been there for a long time. How do we know this? First of all, Nikola Tesla claims to have received a signal from this object. This is a long time ago now. We're talking about the late 1800s. Then in 1953, two ham radio operators picked up this same frequency, and they began to mark it down, take note of what it was, what the frequency was. And they didn't know what it was either, but it was coming from outside. Then in 1960, it made Time magazine. What was interesting is in 1960, Russia and America began the space race just before that, and Russia was building Sputnik, already had one going up. So all eyes were in space around the low Earth orbit, trying to figure out how do we get something to orbit this planet. And during this process, they discovered this thing was there.
Well, it's kind of rigged. Pretty spectacular. God, what is that there? That's hollow. What the hell is that? Don't tangle. Tangle. It's kind of light. Oh boy, it's really something really fantastic here. You couldn't ever imagine this. Roger, we know about that. Could you go the other way? Go back the other way. Well, it's kind of rigged. Pretty spectacular. God, what is that there? That's hollow. What the hell is that?
What was that? You guys. I got that. I got that.